Let me tell you a story about me and my squad and how we destabilized the Bolivian drug cartel, Santa Blanca, run by their fanatical leader, El Sueño. We were flown in by the cover of night and briefed on the situation by our handler, Karen Bowman. The situation in Bolivia is bad. Santa Blanca has complete control over the country. The drugs, the money, the police, the military, the judges, and even the politicians. But with an attack on an American embassy by the Santa Blanca and the death of an American undercover agent, Ricky Sandoval, America was forced to take action. And that's where we step in. And so begins Operation Kingslayer. Our handler immediately puts us in contact with a local rebel faction known as Cartel 26, who have been given Santa Blanca and Unidad, a Bolivian special forces unit designed to solely combat the cartel, some resistance. We met with their leader, Pakatari, who informed us he's found the location of a man named Amaru, one of the founders of Cartel 26 and someone whose ideas and beliefs shaped the very origins of the rebel faction. So a very important man to this group. He informed us there is a Santa Blanca lieutenant in the area who will know where Amaru is being held, and most likely tortured. As the Cartel 26's interests aligned with ours, and having them on our side would no doubt help our cause, we set out to try and locate Amaru. With the sun having just risen and our first objective in hand.
Time to earn your pay, people. Put on your game faces.
I tell you, I'm not too comfortable working with Pakatari and these rebels. Their kind of ideology always ends up with more bodies in the ground.
What's your feeling on this op, Nomad?
End of the day, this is a revenge mission. We need to focus and get this done quick before we get stuck between local politics and the firestorm of cartel bullets. First objective, track down that Santa Blanca lieutenant so we can find Amaru.
Hooah!
Me and the boys jumped in a truck and began our search for this lieutenant.
Drive.
Good to go.
Whilst taking in some of the locals' traditions.
Dios, free me. But then the autodefensas came into the church. They beat the man right there in front of the altar. They dragged him out into the street and
We approached the lieutenant's last known location where we spotted some cartel members atop a hill. I pulled out the drone and began to survey the area.
I got a target carrying submachine guns.
To not spook our guy, we had to do this silently.
Don't want to spook the target. Switch to suppressors.
I snuck up on the first guard. And sync shot the next two guys with my squad mate.
Ready to engage. That's one less bad guy.
Stumbling upon some fuel in the process, which I tagged for our new rebel friends to collect later. We then realized that this hilltop location was once a small community, or a place of work, which the Santa Blanca had just executed and stolen. This highlighted the level of violence this cartel really was capable of. We continued up the hill, silently dispatching the enemies when we eventually discovered the lieutenant we were looking for. I grabbed him and interrogated him.
Quédate quieto. Pinche cabrón. Here's the deal, asshole. You answer my questions, or I put a bullet in your gut and leave you to die in your own shit. No entiendes?
Chill the fuck out, cabrón. What do you want?
Amaru, where can I find him?
You serious? That's what this is about? Sure thing. He's at Atoya Farm. Go on. Then you can see what we do to people who fuck with us. People like you!
We need to get this done in a hurry. Amaru's an old man. He's not gonna last long under torture.
Shit, if they've been working on him for a while, there's a good chance he's already dead.
Maybe, maybe not. Amaru's a major player in the rebel movement. The cartel will keep him alive as long as they can to find out what he knows.
We can't afford to take any chances. There's too much riding on this. Let's move.
Now we knew where Amaru was being held, it was time to save him. But below the hill, the cartel had set up a road blockade that needed to be dealt with first.
I'm moving to position. Good to go. Engaging. That guy's history.
We're cool, we're cool.
I tagged any supplies,
We'll leave a marker so the rebels can pick up these supplies later.
jumped on a bike, and headed my way towards where Amaru was being held.
I'm taking the bike.
I'll catch up with you.
On my way, I found a great vantage point to survey the farm he was being held in, but I was a little too far out, so we kept moving. We reached the farm and began to survey the area, and then moved in.
Tango marked. He's a little close to civilians. I got a third. I got another. That's 5.
Luckily, there was plenty of long grass for cover. We began moving towards the main building, dispatching targets along the way, until I missed my shot and was forced to go loud.
Fuck, he heard the shot. They're onto us. Stay quiet.
Clear over here.
We eventually found a bloody and beaten Amaru and extracted him in one of the cartel's helicopters. They were surprisingly well equipped, but I guess that's what happens when you have control over a whole country.
I'm good. Crank it.
We eventually got him back to Pakatari, the leader of the rebel faction.
Are you hurt? Santa Blanca is not the most gracious of hosts. These Aucas, these demons they had questioning me. Let us say, their talk of love was enough to make me vomit. But their methods were not...
Were their names Yuri and Polito?
Si, Yuri Polito.
These are the fucks that tortured Ricky Sandoval while Sueño questioned him. I want them bad.
We only saw run-of-the-mill Sicarios when we freed Amaru.
But I haven't seen Yuri and Polito in at least 3 days, maybe 4. I don't know where they are now.
We need more intel.
We'll search every village and camp until we find something.
Somebody's gotta know something. Gather documents, hack computers, interrogate hostile lieutenants, talk to civvies, whatever it takes.
We'll turn over every rock.
We now know 2 big players in the Santa Blanca called Yuri and Polito were behind the capture and torture of Amaru.
There were 4 people in the room the night DEA agent Ricky Sandoval was murdered. El Sueño, the head of the Santa Blanca cartel, Ricky, and the last 2 were La Yuri and El Polito. Yuri and Polito met at a poor state-run hospital in Chiapas, where El Polito was doing his residency and La Yuri worked as a nurse. It was love at first sight. From the first moment their eyes met, they were inseparable. A love like no other. One day, a bouchon named La Plaga walked into the ER, all shot up. It was touch and go for a while, but Yuri and Polito were able to save his life. La Plaga was grateful. He showered them with gifts, invitations to the most exclusive parties, even a new car. And after a while, La Plaga made Yuri and Polito the personal medical staff of the Santa Blanca cartel. But that wasn't their main job. See, Yuri and Polito know about the human body. They know how much pain a person can endure before he'll die. They know how to keep a person alive and awake so they can feel the pain. And most of all, they know how to inflict that pain. That's what they do in Itaqua province. When Santa Blanca captures someone that refuses to talk, La Yuri and El Polito make them talk. They break people. Like I said, there were 4 people in the room the night Ricky Sandoval was murdered. Sueño, Ricky, Yuri, and Polito. They kept Ricky alive while Sueño tortured him. Non-stop for 47 hours straight. They broke Ricky Sandoval. Then Sueño executed him.
Whilst out searching for leads on Yuri and Polito, Pac Katari, the leader of the rebel faction, asked for some help, claiming his dying rebellion is in desperate need of supplies, and that there was a cartel convoy passing through the area soon, which would help them greatly in terms of supplies and morale. We accept the mission, and me and the boys jump in a minivan. We need to stay inconspicuous after all, and make our way to the convoy. En route, we were ambushed by a cartel checkpoint.
Fire.
The minivan obviously
Opening fire.
didn't work.
Got it.
Despite being surrounded, we neutralized all targets and continued towards our objective. Despite almost being at our objective, we were informed of some nearby intel that we just couldn't ignore. So we pulled up and investigated.
Shit, we got company.
We discovered a small outpost that was heavily guarded, which means the intel inside was probably pretty valuable. So naturally, we began to do what we do best.
Shit, he knows he's taking fire.
They know we're here. Be careful. I'm opening fire on these shitheads.
The intel was solid. We found some valuable intel on Polito.
We got a 20 in the garage where Polito parks his sports car. We snag that, we snag his GPS. Maybe something there tells us where he and his girlfriend are.
But this was something that had to wait, as we'd already agreed to hijack the cartel convoy for the rebels. But thanks to the incredibly well-equipped cartel, we now had a helicopter. And this helicopter had miniguns, which made completing our objective a hell of a lot easier. I took out the 2 cars escorting the cargo first, than focused on the objective.
I scored. Shit, they spotted us. Ready to fire.
We got it to stop, neutralized the drivers, but it wasn't long until backup arrived.
Fucking hell!
Shots fired. Unidad's engaging the cartel.
And if that wasn't bad enough, Unidad got whiff of what was going on and decided to get involved too. With my beef primarily being with Santa Blanca, I tried to avoid killing Unidad agents, but they gave me no choice. With more and more soldiers turning up by the minute, I had no choice but to tag the convoy and try to get out of there.
Combo truck secure. We'll send the location of the radio gear to the rebels. Rally on me.
Copy that.
He's down.
I'll drive.
Doing my best to get my damn squad mates in the car.
Roger that.
We lost Unidad and tried to lay low, but it didn't take long before the leader of the rebels had one last request for us.
My people will make good use of those supplies. My people are searching for La Yuri y El Polito, but in the meantime, there is something else you can do for us. I have prepared a speech for the people of Bolivia. It is a call to arms that we will broadcast from Itaqua.
Santa Blanca's gonna send troops to shut that down as soon as they hear the transmission.
You see my problem? I need someone dependable to find a radio transmitter and protect it until the broadcast is complete.
Okay, Qatari. We'll get it done.
But with the sun going down and having just kicked the bee's nest with the cartel and Unidad, we decided to rest for the evening and complete our next objective at sunrise. And this is just one of many days in the life of a ghost. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please drop it a like to let me know if you would like to see more of this type of thing, and consider subscribing to the channel. As you have probably heard, console versions of the game have just received a free update, making the game run at 4K 60 frames per second, as well as an entirely new free mission. This is my first time playing the game and I'm already really enjoying it, but let me know what you think. Is this update enough to bring you back? Or you just like me and thought, it's finally time to give it a go? Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to catch you in the next one.